Hi, hello. In this video about 1000 years of pre-sales and questions, I'm answering one of the questions. How do you balance deep technical expertise with strong communication and commercial skills in your daily work? A loaded question. We are here to communicate. As pre-sales, you should have like a translator mindset, which means you don't have to be always the smartest guy in the room. It's about the one being most understood. Really the best pre-sales professionals are the bridge or translators fluent in both the language of technology and the deepness and the language of business. And the most important thing I have to admit is listen, listen, listen. It's more important than anything else. You should almost have like the monkey brain you say in Buddhism, where you say, hey, I'm going in with a curious mind and I'm asking questions and I'm fully listening to what my peer is saying. I'm not going in with assumptions saying it has to be like that. No, curiosity is one thing. And another thing is to turn complexity into clarity and features or feature functions into value. I would say if you think about balancing that out, and the question is pretty tricky, it's almost like a triangle of excellence if you think about that. You have the technical mastery. You need to have deep understanding of your solution, the architecture, the integration, and things like that. You have to have the communication and the storytelling aspect because you need to convince, you need to simplify things, and at the end of the day, you need to understand what the humans or the peers think on the other side. And then the third thing is the commercial aspect of that. You need to understand the business models, the ROI, the budgets, the buyer motivations, and things like that. And you win when you connect all of these triangles and bring it in a balance, because you cannot just speak fully deep with someone, and you need to stay really centered. If you are too technical, you maybe lose the executives because they don't care about that. If you're too commercial, you lose the engineers. You're seen as hey, this is just another sales guy. Or too narrative, so then you lose the credibility. It's really about balancing that out. And then a super important aspect is to tell the story. Don't show the product. The methodology I preach almost in my pre-sales mastery course is storytelling, is about a very visualized approach. And if you're interested in, below there is a link to that. First, you want to do the functional discovery. I call it the functional technical discovery. You want to understand, you want to make and condense out of the discovery, what is it the client is interested in? What is their mission? Why are they doing it? Why now? And things like that. And then you want to translate the storytelling. And what I mean with that is a limbic picture pitch, sorry, hard word for not English speaking, picture pitch selling approach in combination with persona-based use cases, which makes demo building very fast and easy. Every demo, POC, RFP response must link the capability to the business pain, to the value you create for the client. It's all about educating the buyer, lead through discovery and demonstrate the value, the relevance, why you earn a seat on the table. And some additional thoughts of what I think top performers avoid. If you not start with the buyer's language, then you fail. If you use your internal terminology, if you talk too much about technical things and not about the business language, you lose. Then if you think about the demo execution, because that's the combination of various different things. So I would say it's almost, and there is often this question around, hey, never demo before discovery. And my question is really never, because I think it's not a trivial question, by the way. I think there are certain use cases where you want to show a high-level picture pitch, a process slide to make the story last, or a war story which you're bringing in and saying, hey, by the way, here, this client has done this, to have enough time then to ask questions, but also, and if you think about this give-get framework, if you give something, you have almost the right to get something back. But it's almost always about the personalized story. Make your customer the hero. Make your customer the one who, if he's implementing your solution, that's the value add. Use visuals. We are all visual people. We are, since 100,000 and more years, are visual people, okay? We see, so we need to do that. And then all the things you captured, send a summary, send the next steps, tell the story. Don't just show the software. Really, stories beat every specs document every time, okay? And I think if you, and there's another video I recorded about mindset, but it's always about curiosity first. And all my interview partners said curiosity is the most important thing. Understand, always stay interested, not just interesting, okay? Storytelling, it's super important. Tell the story, be there. Everybody will remember a story, not just, a presentation with 10,000 lines. You need to have a commercial thinking, the value articulation, always talk about the business impact, how it helps them, what reduction of workload and things like that. Then it's not the one-man show. It's always about the team working together. And then for sure, continuous learning is something you want to do. So again, as a final takeaway, I would say your technical skills get you in the room, get you the credit. The communication skills keep you there, because if you don't speak their language, if you speak too techy, they're not interested in you. And your commercial awareness, your value-driven, closes then at the end of the day the deal. And the most effective pre-sales professional are, and that's what I sense checked from all the interview partners, they are technical enough to be trusted, really commercially knowledgeable enough to be valued, and human enough to be remembered. That's the key. Thank you very much for listening. Down below, there are certain links to the Pre-Sales Mastery course, to my book, but also additional information about my ChatGPT, which you can use free of charge. You can ask whatever, use it as a sparring partner and things like that. I hope this video helped you and hope to see you soon.